Hello, good morning, good morning. All right. Goldie is definitely cooking up here. As you can see, it's just been ranging here. This is the range from yesterday that we want to get filled. Remember that New York session trade we were talking about. So it came later, right? It came later. This break here happened what time? Like 10:25. Yeah, but that would have been the trade right there. We were trying to catch this sell yesterday the whole time, right? And then price just ranged, and then eventually came down. The whole idea was a shotgun on the hourly. Eventually it did come down. So, you know, we're kind of like selling over here, and the range has been filled on the left hand side, because this was a target down below towards like 46.88. I believe we're still supposed to be having some talks with US Iran. That's what the market is kind of waiting for today. It's been kind of like a weighty kind of week, you know, to see what the way forward is going to be here. So let's see. Gold prices ease after climbing above 4,800 a troy ounce as traders await US Iran talks on Friday and release of key inflation data. I think we should be having core PCE. Is it today or tomorrow? In early European trading, gold futures, let's see, doubts that the 2-week ceasefire would hold are heartening sentiment, reigniting concerns over high energy prices and inflation pressures. Let's see, the Federal Reserve's March meeting revealed that the majority, this was yesterday's meeting minutes, revealed that the majority of officials thought progress bringing inflation down could be slower than expected. Gold could rebuild gains in coming months. Gold likely to rebuild gains and could retest record highs this year amid heightened geopolitical risks. There are tentative signs that this would be interesting. If this actually flips over from having geopolitical concerns, instead of moving down, if it now flips over to doing what we're used to it doing, which is moving bullish, that'll be quite interesting to see now. They're going to look at that opportunity, I guess, considering this war is something that's going to be potentially going on for the rest of the year. There are tentative signs of gold prices stabilizing as exchange-traded products flows turn positive in April. Let's see, if such flows stabilize, gold prices are likely to find a floor. And I guess of late we've been kind of like trying to move up here. On the day we're down negative 0.80%, but overall Goldie has been trying to push bullish, right? Looks like we're just gonna kind of wait over here for a bit. It's kind of the same thing. Remember what happened here during this time when we were waiting for I believe this was rates. This was interest rates during this period where price just kind of like consolidated. So we're kind of heading into like a similar situation right now. So we're going to be waiting on that key data and the way forward with Trump, US and Iran, I mean. Oh, y'all are doing well. That's pretty much the breakdown of what to expect from markets. For the medium term like moves, we got like support over there, we got resistance, we got another support here. So this would be the range. I would actually like to get into a situation where I guess both ranges are pretty good though, a sell or a buy, because the sell we got like 300 pips below, and a buy we have around like 280 pips above that area. There might be sooner entries because this range is about 400 pips, so you might be able to catch something before it gets to those levels. Pretty big range in there, but yeah, I think we're gonna see like a big move as well. It's kind of like this range from yesterday's New York session. Now we like hovered there for a bit and then finally broke out, finally got volume in, distributed nicely from that point throughout the London close into market open. I've been doing a super aggressive 1 minute strat, 2 wins, 1 small loss, trading just tiny macro lots to experiment. Seems to be working fine so far. Nice, nice. Well, one of these prop firms said you couldn't trade micros anymore, isn't it? Has that been put to effect? I kind of forgot the name of the one. So you gotta trade like minis. See how this is going up here. Could have been a tiny liquidity grab below this zone, as we just like came down to take out the low right over here. We might find ourselves in a situation like yesterday where the important thing was just to avoid the fake outs, right? Is to avoid all the fake outs as much as we can until price starts to move. I can see orders are coming in as well quite nicely over there. Oh wait, let me get my chart thing on. Yeah, you see orders coming in. Seeing a few clusters. I wouldn't say it's at any key points though at this moment. It just retested the bottom of the range, and now it's coming back up to test the highs. Top Step's done it. There's still some that we can't trade normally. Nice push, nice push. Yeah, overall we can see with the order flow here that buys, there's a good possibility for buys to take control. It's somewhat neutral in this zone, but I do see a pattern of potential buyers' strength on this London session. Whereas I think like yesterday was like selling. Wow, look at that. Holy, now it's waking up. Goldie has woken up. Orders flooded in right now. Look at this. We got a nice little point of control here by 47.39. Yeah, we got buy aggression. Strongest we've seen all day. Yeah, 1.7 million. Hey, good morning. Good morning. 10% up for the day. Nice. And London just opened. Got in 3 trades, 1 consolidation, and 2 order flow zones. Yesterday, amazing sell. Once you said it happened, the rest of the session coming down. All know that Trump manipulates too much the market, so no one trusts him. What's this? You caught this buy real quick. That was fast. Guess I was not greedy enough. Nice one, nice one. Yeah, yesterday, I mean, that sell, it just took so long to play out. I think, where did we leave the stream? I think we left, on this pullback here. Wait. This is 8:30. I kind of recall leaving the stream somewhere around here. That can't be right. Yeah, it was right here. That's what I was looking for. It was a similar structure like on the 5-minute. Kind of got a bit confused. But yeah, when price came up like this, I was like, all right, let's just forget about it. It took, I don't know, let's just say roughly like 20 minutes. Then the candle came, boom. Entry confirmation, that was a break of that area. That's actually the full break, or the only break of that zone right there. See, could I have caught something? Oh, nice. That would be like a 60 pip push. Yeah, then it kind of just like fizzled out, but continued to move down slowly. Now London seems like it wants to move bullish. It seems like we might close, try close above that resistance by 47.55. So I guess this was kind of like a giveaway here. I see the point of control shifted as well. But that was like the small little liquidity grab that we saw down over here. And then candlestick just moved up. In terms of an entry confirmation, I don't really think I see one here. Should retested the lows. But definitely this thing is about it's about to have a big move. I feel this is an hourly candle right now. It's already like kind of moved up. It's moved up. Theoretically, it's had a move. But yeah, that's like no structure to get in. Unless you're just buying the lows. Touching my zones, it's big seller zone. There you go. Now you get to see the thing, the delta thing at play. It's drawing it somehow at the top of consolidations, isn't it? Last time it was also at the top of consolidation. Alright, let's see. We're also trading above the previous week value area high at the moment. Right over here. So that, maybe that could act like as a form of support. Yeah, it's from depth of market, but there's a bit delta bar there also. Oh, nice. Got like a buy over here. Oh, this is yesterday's trade. Day 1, trade 1. Are we doing 1 trade a day? Day 2, trade. Trade 2, nice. Yeah, you're gonna find yourself like, if you're gonna have a hard time at the moment with like keeping your profits, just stick to like 1 trade a day. I see man's got like a really nice breakout here too, Ruben. Actually, you know, this came in a bit earlier. And the reason why it was like a good earlier entry is because you had like liquidity grab right below there. And then the kick got it like here. But I guess like that's also pretty good. Break of the high, clean range to keep coming up. That was like a scaling opportunity, basically. Scale, boom, boom. Yeah, this is really nice. Whenever you see that, correct? Like if you're looking for like a buy and then you're going to see this, it's usually like really nice. It's basically the same thing we just saw right now in gold that made the candlestick go up here on the 15. Boom. We had the point of control here, and then now that shifted. Oh, Lee, man, what a week, huh? What a freaking week. I would definitely rate this week as not the simplest to trade. Not entirely a bad week, but definitely not the simplest. Yep, trench week. Then we're gonna get all the volume here the last day. On Friday, hopefully. Because these talks, if we're gonna be waiting for these talks, I guess if they're happening at the end of the day. Traders US UN Iran talks, inflation data on Friday. Oh wait, US Iran talks on Friday. So I mean that's probably happening then at the like much later during the day. So this week might just be like a kind of consolidation type of a week. Then we get the push happen towards the end of Friday as we're getting into like market close, and then same thing again. Maybe we're gonna have some news pop off over the weekend, and then price is gonna move on market open next week Monday. Like why not just have the talks today? Much better. At least get an idea as the week wraps up. Got a feeling something's gonna pop off this weekend. Monthly candle is still like a doji as well. It hasn't had much of a move. It's kind of like hanging around this area. A little consolidation. And we're approaching the... This should be... Oh yeah, this is the second quarter we're in now. This is the second quarter. Let's see, quarterly candles. Yeah, it's still like potential here for a wick fill. I suppose if we keep moving up, then it'll be like a wick fill. See how like last quarter we just ended so bearish over here. So we're gonna see this thing if it reflips. Also could be interesting. Get some kind of like a retracement of this move. Oh yeah, I guess it's a new month. It's a new quarter. We're literally just on we're on the 9th day of the month here in April. So kind of like a lot to look forward to, you know. Daily just needs to get out of this situation that we're currently in, which is like a resistance here, support down here, consolidation. Tried like a small liquidity grab here as well. Back, grab some orders and then back into the range, like just holding these buyers. Or like people think like price on gold is gonna go up. They got like a small grab over here because I have clean range to keep moving up there. I still have SMA holding as well, right below. I still have 4-hour accumulation. You can see it. This thing's about to like have a pretty good move. 1 hour as well. Well, when it comes through, man, it should be a pretty nice push. So when we break above like let's say 47.58 ish area over there, should see like that drive. We move up. And below like 47.16, they're gonna move down. But low key, actually, I would like it to move down because I guess the sells have always been playing out a lot beautifully. We've been seeing like those strong sell-offs. So that would be nice. Try another liquidity grab. Damn, it's exactly the same thing like yesterday on the London. Exactly the same thing. Trying to do like a small liquidity grab now above 47.50 there. Let's see. No bragging, just saying another W on this range. Very good, very good. I mean, that's all you get. All you get is this range. That is all you're gonna do. You're gonna see. That's why we said like the only thing I saw is like reaction from here for price to come up towards here to retest the highs. Now it retested the highs. Now it's coming down again to retest the lows. So if you're waiting for a breakout, there's a pretty low probability you're gonna catch it like inside here and then get the full follow through. If like it's not even happened yet, you know, like this is pre-London. London opened. What's going on here? Looks like we have like several point of controls by the highs on the order flow. This could be like I would not be surprised to see like a big trap happen within this area. And for prices are moving down, then that becomes like the final liquidity grab. And we start to see a little bit more bearish nodes. Respecting previous weak value area high. Reflip, take out these lows. I think for now what I'll be looking at is, let's just say somewhere here and here. Potential entry zones, yeah. So we'll see how price approaches these zones. If we're gonna do it now or we're gonna do it on the next hourly candle. And if it doesn't happen on this hourly candle, then you know, maybe just gonna investigate a bit this range. See if we like play the range. Price comes down, sets something up, moves up. But there is some kind of volume I can see here. Definitely. Like previous 2 hourly candles were, let's just say, average, which is good. Because it can easily be below average. So we're seeing some good swings. That's when you get stuck in. The hardest part of trading is just getting stuck in. Like once you're in, right, you're in. Get your confirmation, your entry confirmation, and that's it. But up until that point, man, you got to be disciplined. You got to be patient. Make sure you're following your rules. Wait, wasn't this a... that looks like the trade that you sent here in the Discord, Ruben. This actually looks like that setup down here. That small little liquidity grab before the push up, which is like this. I guess it's like a small version of it right over here. Boom, 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 boom. Not the cleanest, but you can see the follow through. That's where the distribution came from. Though there was something actually cooking up there. So you see it right here. Orders flooding in. That Owlie's about to flip. I feel like this could be a really nice buyer traps. So I would love to see that aggression come in. But yeah, overall it's been actually even CVD is kind of neutral at the moment. It's not a surprise, I guess. Daily is only down 0.85%. And on spot gold, it's down 0.17. Yeah, but it could be like even an earlier entry zone right here. I guess it tried to break once. This was about 10 minutes before the London opened. So if it comes back down now, because we've already had the London open, right? We should have like a higher probability of the follow through that area. London open volume. Oh yeah, that's gonna melt. Without London open volume, I think if this plays out, then it's just gonna melt. Okay, a really big push to that level. Potential head and shoulders in there as well. You can see it like here. That owly flip and then just bleed. Got some rejection wicks at the lows. Get through those levels. Kind of like a false support. Right? It's kind of like a false support over here. Sometimes you see those rejection wicks. You're like, man, this is probably like false support. They're expecting price to come down. It's just the same way as we mentioned like yesterday during New York session. That kind of reversal play that we like to see with a wick fill. They're like little tricks. Little tips and tricks. When a candle pulls up like this, closes like a weak doji, boom. Wick fill. Now it's flipping. Owly just reflipped, took out the highs, small little liquidity grab. Oh, look at the seller aggression coming in heavy. Got a little buy balance in there, trying to pop this thing back up. And the buyers are realizing sellers are trying to push in. So we got that point of control. Like 47.32. Orders are flooding in right now. Just watch this thing. Orders be flooding in right now. Wow, that looks freaking amazing. I love the way this looks over here. Like, you smell a little liquidity grab above the highs. Orders are coming in. Nodes are changing. Oh, yeah, that's very good. So I like to see a little bit of action, right? Delta is about to flip too. Do I check absorptions? Yeah, if they happen. It's a very nice confluence. We've been seeing a lot of these like buy absorptions of late. A lot easier. But yeah, right now we don't have any absorption. This is just like a potential push to the downside. Buyer imbalance actually got out the way. It's just gonna allow the sellers to push through. Delta is trying to flip. I mean CVD. And nice to see you, Woods. Mad consistent. Really consistent, man. Buyer stepping back in. Getting interesting there for a second. Oh, we could like at least see it drop here on this candle, but how long we got? About like half an hour. Half an hour for this hourly candle here to close. I believe one of these should actually have the push, right? Because we're trading now at a higher probability time. One of these candles. It's just holding here like a doji. But if price really doesn't want to move, then what I would expect is, even if it like triggers this zone, at least to give like, I don't know, like 70 pips, 60 pips before coming back up. Back up into that range. That way the 30-minute just completely rejected these highs. Small grab here and then just flipped over. You see, it's like the market rushed to close, right? Because it doesn't also, sometimes the candle can do whatever they want to do. Like it could be all the way up here, like a 30-minute candle, and then in the last 5 minutes just do that, or even the last 2 minutes. You know, like maybe 2 minutes is a bit too crazy, but yeah, in last minute like 5 minutes and then just flips down. It closes here. So like candle closes are the summary, you know? But wicks kind of help you, you know, kind of like tell the story over here of what may potentially happen next. So with that break below that support, that's a liquidity grab. If you get a setup for a buy, then you just see like a wick fill within that area. Because then that's kind of like a doji. Almost like a doji closure. It's going to be like that hourly play. Like that. But this is a lot more clearer. And then get like that wick fill. But yeah, we gotta wait. This thing's in a range. Consistency is key. Oh, that's all we got, man. That's all we got. Consistency. Nothing is not. You can achieve a lot with being consistent. Ooh, skyrocket back up, huh? Back to retest the range. Not looking to break out yet, it seems, Goldie. So now coming back up to retest the highs again. Retested the lows, come back up. And it's just been doing this the whole time. Buy the low, sell the high. Buy the low, sell the high. It's nice the orders flooding back into. Small little point. Oh, this could be a nice fake out here. Small little point of control here. Got the buyer imbalance as well. Trying to kick it up. Especially if it starts to break. Like give an entry confirmation with that remaining like this. Especially even below like previous week value area high. There's some sellers down over here. Remember to smash the like button, guys. If you like free education, smash that like button. Hey, bro, I trade order flow and volume profile. Just wondering what your Confluence are. Cheers. Ah, nice. Yeah, we got a lot of Confluences here. I guess like the best time to talk about them is like as they're happening. Because you're going to have like different scenarios. You know, like yesterday's Confluence we talked about was this hourly wick fill. Whenever you get like a weak doji like this, and then you get like that wick fill situation, that's like one Confluence. Sometimes we get like fake outs. You see wicks faking out, candlesticks closing above resistance and pulling back in. Maybe resistance on the left hand side. Sometimes we got SMAs. Sometimes we got also like order flow, just Confluences on the order flow, like sellers being trapped. Buyer aggression stepping in. There's quite a bit. I think it's always good to have like in your book a good amount of them, you know, because that's essentially what price action is, like getting good at reading candles. Like a fat whip below here. See that little fakey? It's like trying to rip up, trying to like squeeze these sellers down here. We got about what 20 minutes left for the hourly closure. Nice rejections to the lows, from the lows. Gold price falls, it's close to this key level. Yeah, other Confluences like these two, like macro events as well as Confluence. Gold and silver prices were dropping on Thursday as concerns swirl around whether the ceasefire between the US and Iran will hold. What do you think, Chad? You think it's gonna hold? Continuous gold futures were down. Let's see. Precious metals were boosted by announcement of a truce between the US and Iran, raising hopes that central banks will resume interest rate cuts and stop selling their gold reserves. Oh, wow, man. Goldie's moving now. It's not clear if the ceasefire will last as Iran looks to exert control over the Strait of Hormuz, crucial for a safe passage of 20% of the world's oil. Yeah, traders are watching how gold reacts around 4,800. If it can hold around here and then push higher, then this could encourage fresh buying. But there are concerns that the upside momentum may soon fade. Wow, man, look at this. It's coming up here. Pretty strong. May soon fade if Trump decides to tweet something again. I mean, if we break the highs, we may be targeting previous day value area low 47.84. That's basically the range. So basically the wick fill. So that's actually a good confluence again, you see? That's a good confluence because that's going to be like a magnet, right? That's going to be a magnet up towards resistance by 47.86. So essentially, for those of you like talk about confluence as well, like basically a confluence when something happens like this and kind of like also improves your edge, right? When you get a few things line up that are going to improve your edge. Look at that nice buy setup on the 1 minute for the current buys at support area. There was like a mini inverted head and shoulders there. Well, for me, it seems like a pretty strong V shape almost. But yeah, it's like this is the kind of like mini one I was talking about here. Because if you go on the second shot, you're going to see better. Maybe you're going to see like that's as a fake out. I think that's what you're looking at. Little fake out below there to push up, fill the range. Gold traps buyers more than sellers. So short position plays out more smoothly than buys. That's true. The shorts are always going to play out a lot smoother, eh? A lot more sellers than buyers. Like this week, you should have been seeing the shorts. Like some of the shorts I caught this week, like insane week. I made 11% on one of those shorts. Because you think you're gonna secure, let's say 20 pips, and then all of a sudden you blink and it's at 70 pips. It also happened with our trade on, I think it was Monday or Tuesday. And on Wednesday as well. And that's why I was trying to catch yesterday. I mean, that's what I was trying to catch for the New York session yesterday as well. But we'll see. We'll see if price starts to roll over here today for the London, if maybe it's going to be buys instead. But every time we come towards like the fringes of the range, we just keep pulling down. So no confirmations. See, now we're rejecting again. Rejecting again, possibly to come back and retest the lows. Yeah, just buy and sell and stops at the breakout. I mean, it's worked out a few times here. Let's see how many times. You can see like a sell. But in reality, I guess it looks like that in hindsight. But in reality, I guess you're not going to see it that clearly. Because you'd most likely miss that first sell, right? Right over here. And then that kind of gives it away that now it's like potentially going to range. So maybe catch like a buy down there. So that's one move. Oh, this thing is stuck on the 1 minute. Can't change the time interval for some reason. Auto select time interval. Because wait. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, but I guess you got to see like one there. And then from that point, it was a bit more straightforward. Boom. And sometimes it can be tricky though, because it doesn't like fully come to that level. Say if you like wanted to have like a sell limit order here and like miss it, unless you get it a bit earlier. Then back down, they get one buy here. Easy. Comes down, another buy here. Another sell here. Sell here, buy here. And some people actually wait for these market conditions. Like some people's strategy are based on these kind of like ranging environments, correct? Like so they're only gonna trade only in this. Ever drink more water, guys? The moment you enter, the moment it breaks out. Yeah, because now you've seen it so many times. It's looking quite good. It's usually like that. You're gonna see something happen just enough times that when you want to get in, now you're gonna do the opposite, right? So you think like here, okay, you're gonna take your sell. Maybe you're gonna put it like above and then target these lows. And that's why the market loves people who don't like hesitate, who can like execute as soon as it comes. Yeah, look at these orders starting to come in again. But this is interesting. I like this pattern up here of the point of control that we're seeing within this region. Correct? Like for me, I feel like if that stays a point of control as well, if the hourly candle closes and then we start pushing down, this will be a freaking amazing trap within this whole area. But if we break through it, then, you know, that's also going to be good for the buyers because now they're going to hold. They're going to hold this zone as we're starting to break above. Yeah, man, it's been hard, but we're good on the P&L, bro. Yes. As long as you just kind of manage your risk. So like yesterday's trades, for example, boom, boom, boom. Was trying to catch like a breakout, but you see like we got to reduce the risk over here. This is like 0%, 0.34% because it was not giving the breakout during that New York time. And the problem was like, man, it was so hard to catch because there was this one sell we're looking for, but it was trying to shake us too much. It was shaking too much, like pulling back a lot before the actual sell. It kind of like lost trust, and there was like 1 minute. It was a 1 minute candle that did a liquidity grab, and then it came down. Then I got in. I'm like, okay, we gotta move, right? But then the candlestick was fluctuating a lot, so I didn't trust it because we're already avoiding a lot of those fake outs. So doing something like this, then did this, and then I got a break even, and then just completely melted. Man, that was difficult. When gold behaves like that, it's so hard to catch, like with confidence. Because normally, like, you gotta look for a sell. We gotta see like a gradual move. Let's say it's a break, yeah. It just breaks like this gradually. You know, decent pullbacks, like normal pullbacks, not this crackhead behavior when it does this, right? Just like a normal break. Just break, pull back, that's okay, and then keep going. Yeah, we're still doing pretty good over here. I got a feeling it's gonna break in the next hourly chat. Probably gonna be the same thing like yesterday. Got strong push here on volume. I would say we're slightly above average at this point. Look at that activity. Quite healthy. Although it's ranging, it's quite good to see. Those pullbacks are nasty by those highs. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think this is cooking up for some sort of like buyer trap over here. Although it's still overall saying buyers are in control of the situation, but if that quickly starts to flip, you know, it can get real dangerous for the buyers up here. And I think that's what the sellers are trying to take advantage of, but we just need like big sell orders to come in. I think like the mostly over leveraged here are the buyers who are mostly over leveraged. I always find the sellers are definitely a lot more sneaky in the gold market. They're the ones who are a bit like they got a sort of a cheeky personality, the sellers. That oil might do a nice retracement before falling more. What do you think? I haven't seen oil. Let's... we're trading right below $100 a barrel. Psychological. Right below the psychological mark. Yeah, I think once we start pushing up it today, we could probably see some further upside. In terms of... what'd you say? Oil might do a nice retracement before falling more. I would think like it depends on how this US-Iran talks go, correct? Like they're meant to be speaking tomorrow, so if the tensions increase, then yeah, oil's gonna go up. Oil's gonna go up. If they come to some kind of a truce, then we're gonna move down. But I wouldn't base it off like a technical speculation that it's gonna move up and then move down. Just gotta wait for the news to come out. Futures and spot look different today. Let's see, what's the difference? I mean, the daily is a bit different. Yeah, because this one's down 0.75 and spot is down 0.07. Let's see, this is 5 minute. Let's see, 5 minute. Oh, yeah, man. It looks... Wait, gotta zoom out. No, it's the same. At least within this range, yeah. It's just sometimes the breaks kind of like different looking. You see, like this break here is not as big as this one. We got 4,700 holding the lows. You see, it's also a psychological mark if we start to come down. And here we're above, way above 4,700. Yeah, but I would say that's a major difference for anybody wondering. Like spot gold and just like futures is the price points. But if you put something like, let's say GC, then it's the same. As you can see, like the price points are the same. It's basically the same PA as well. You can see the price points are just the same. And remember, smash that like button, guys. Support the stream. Support the stream. Let's see. Yeah, I got like 4 more minutes for hourly close over here. I mean, this is what I expected anyway. So we're gonna see on that next open, the hourly open. All right, let's see what we can do here. Might need to adjust something. Still 1 minute. The break's still below there. I'll be going for a minute. Why is that order flow chart and why we're looking at gold futures? We're looking at a order flow here as a new confluence for us to like what is it called? Avoid fake outs. To avoid fake outs and to see just more of basically depth of market, like what's actually going on. I think it's really nice. So just keep showing up. You gotta see it. You gotta see it in action over here. Why I switch to futures though? To cater for more people. Because for me, it makes no difference. Like gold, trading CFDs, gold, or trading futures, it's literally the same thing. Because when we see spot gold move, it's the same move happening here too. Last 5-minute candle looks interesting. Yeah, at this point, I'm only seeing maybe something cooking up here. If it tries to like re-break that high. Let's see here. Boom. Here. About to get new hourly open in like 2 minutes. You can see buy aggressions stepped in. They're taking control. So I think this could be like a nice leverage for the next hourly to pop up. Got volume there at 90 million, which is pretty high. It's the highest we've seen all day. At least like all London session. 91 million. I should get one of those avatars on screen that respond to chats. Hey, that's actually a good idea. I saw Speed do that once. It felt weird, but it actually kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Go to the bathroom and then have that thing read the chats. Yeah, this is gonna be a little bit wonky. A little bit of a wonky entry over here as it comes up. Because it's just kind of, what do we call this? Trickle. It's not trickle. It's called a... Damn, I forgot the word. But it can be hard to decipher where the breakout is. Because of like the way it's swinging, this whole general area is a consolidation. It could like either be up here or it could be here. I think it's like at the break of this high. Let me see on the 5-minute. Oh, we just got the new hourly open. There's a new hourly open. You're in that buy? Not seeing anything right here. And definitely the cleanest, safest buy is going to be at the break of the complete highs right there. It's also a later entry. Let's see what this hourly does. If like we can have something different happen. Right now it's still doing the same thing. Reacting off the seller's supply. Hey, what's up, Mert? Good morning, good morning. I feel like this move is going to sneak up on us. It's going to be one of those, like, if you're not paying attention, you're going to see it. You might start to see movement, and then you look back and see that it's playing out from a certain area. I'm just not entirely convinced of this break here by 47.55 if it does move up. I guess like at this point, I would rather watch it set something here on the 1 minute and then take the sell to the downside. Maybe even have like this as a head and shoulders pattern, like as a small little confluence for us. Then to retest the bottom of the range, because that's currently what the price action is saying. So that would be in line more with what we've been seeing. But if it comes up to break these highs, then at that point, we're actually looking for the breakout, which is also going to be like a little bit, you know, like you're going to have to get like a good timing there. What do I expect for gold? Just range right now. Probably going to see range on Friday as well. That's what we've been seeing most of the week. Fake outs. But at least we're kind of opened up in terms of the previous day value areas, because last time we had so many of them within this area that the confluence was just not good to use them at that point. But at least now we have this as a potential buy target there by 47.84, which is basically the top of the range again. So if price moves up, for example, if it breaks above this high, we're expecting it to come up towards that like previous day value area low, which is basically a correction of this range. 275 pips. And if it sells, same thing. It's gonna come down here. It's gonna fill this range. Correct? It's the same thing we're looking like yesterday. Price closed below support. And the whole idea was price is gonna come down to fill this range, which it's done. Now the wave crashed. So like think about like a wave here, and then it like crashed. Boom. We're accumulating, building what you got, like energy again, and then it's gonna move. It just continues waterfalling down below this level. So that's what I'm thinking, like if it wants to even sell and gives us like a sell opportunity here, it could be a very bomboclat trade. Bomboclat! Because then it would possibly be rushing for the lows and then maybe even attempt one break. We haven't even attempted like a proper break yet. Remember guys, smash up that like button, support the stream, education. The free education. I posted something on Discord. What did you post? Shotgun sells if it closes below. Oh, wait, let me see. Yeah, I mean, you gotta have like a wick to get through there. But at least you're selling, because like you're selling as prices come to the highs. It's tested the highs, and ideally we should be seeing it retest the lows anyway. So we have a wick fill situation first. Close below here. Wick fill into support. It's not a bad idea. It's just like this is a wick fill is like this is it's a little sketchy, but it's not bad. It's not bad. It would be nice as well if the wick was a bit shorter. Like that, you know? And then get like even a break of the wick. Boom. Break of the wick. Pushing down. But I think with the right confluences, with the right order flow, it should still be able to play out. Because these zones are meant to get through. We're meant to get through those zones anyway. Whenever price picks a direction, we are meant to get through those zones. The ceasefire is very fragile. If it falls tonight, then gold will just go down, down, down. And it happens at those times where people are not even on the charts, right? Most of the time, it's like towards the end of the day. Like the talks on Friday are going to be, I believe, towards the end of the day too. Or like they're going to happen on the weekend when markets are closed. But what happened previously was, I think it was a week or two ago, we're seeing during the tail end of New York session, gold had been selling off a lot. Like there were a lot of nice freaking sell-offs. But that was like towards the end of the day. And so far this week, I feel like we've been just having a lot of range. So like timing is super important. You really have to be disciplined, like to get the right timing for the move, right? Because you don't want to get caught in this like consolidation or like low volume. So we're going to keep an eye on this order flow here. I'm going to give it like 40 more minutes for a setup. I think it's trying to cook up something here. Let's see, what time is it? New 5-minute open. Could have even been like a shotgun play. Here. Because it's doing something different this time. If you look at the way the PA is, I don't know if you can see it, but this time, as it's come up and come down, it's pushed up again to create a support. To support the idea to keep moving up. Alright, like, so this time it seems like the buyers really want to come in. So this section here is looking, the highs are looking quite different than before. Maybe it was like something similar. But that was, let's see what time. That was before the London Open. It was like still quite early Asia session. But you see now with London Open volume, it's like see potentially like some kind of support being formed there. And then price moving up. That actually looks cleaner on spot gold. Like that range. It's about 27 pips. Let's see here in futures. It's like, yeah, it's same 27. Patience paying good. It's trying to reject. I'll wait and see if that 1 minute can come down and create like some kind of a support here. Might even look at a potential sell. That would be also that kind of like a head and shoulders play. The one that I drew out before. I said like it would be quite nice to see. Yeah, it's going to try and sneak in a move here. I can feel it. It's trying to sneak in a move. I wish those lows were a bit like more defined though on the 1 minute. Do I still wait for the bias indicator? Yeah, I'm still using it as a Confluence as well, the bias indicator. But not strictly waiting for it since now we have a little bit more data over here with the order flow. Because see, without that, without the order flow, we gotta rely on like overall price to first move. Curious to see how this candle here is gonna close. If it closes above and then tries to re-break the previous highs to move bullish. I mean, if it does that, there's a potential seller trap over here by 47.44. A potential breakout play here. Yeah, it's definitely cooking. Goldie's definitely cooking. Sellers seem a bit more aggressive at the moment. On the 5-minute, we also have one area here. Like that range down towards that support. It's about like 27. Actually quite similar to the buy. I still estimate Confluence there if it wants to buy. I like that 8. Currently trying to hold it. It's in a kind of a tight position, but I think we're gonna see a release soon. Most likely gonna see a release here soon. On spot gold, this was actually a liquidity grab below the lows. It took out the low here. Keeping an eye on Delta, because I want to see this point of control area. This is going to be a trap, and then price is going to move up. It's going to use that as sort of like a squeeze. About like 1 more minute. Candle here to close. This time it low-key doesn't feel like, especially if it breaks the highs there, it doesn't feel like it will retest the lows. Maybe it's gonna try and retest the highs up again. Yeah, it's cooking, chat. This thing is cooking. You're about to see a release here. And I gotta use the bathroom all the time. Right when the setup comes. We got some fundamental work that just came in. Oil prices rise as concerns about fragile ceasefire see Goldman warns $115 crude by the end of the year. I'm waiting for 1 minute here to close. It's a bit volatile because it's trying to move. There's a setup on the horizon, that's why. Need to see a commitment here. Because seller aggression is kind of increasing. We want to see a proper break. Point of control is shifted to like 40. This is what? 40, 47, 49. To the buyers. Watch that 1 minute break on the 1 minute time frame. Where the buyers at? Where the buyers at? Where the buyers at? This is that candle. We got 1 minute 20 seconds for 5 minute closure. Needs to get through this level. Just watch that break. All right, guys, I'm in. Let's fly, Goldie. If we can get that release. Come on, push. Fly, Goldie. It's time for you to move. Oh, maybe not gonna survive this. Candle here is gonna pull down. Yep. We got a 5-minute shotgun though. But anyway, there's not range. There's no range to move up. Man, it's cooking. It's literally trying to break out of the zone. Maybe we could have re-break of the accumulation over there. This would be a really nice seller trap if you look at the order flow, but the sellers are still quite aggressive here at 600k. It's acting a bit like a frank tick right now because there's some kind of like a entry confirmation here. Oh, it was cooking up one. Let me see what's going on. Boom, broke the high. Retrace down. I want to see if this is just a retest of the accumulation to move bullish, or if it's actually coming back into the range, which I think it might be at this point. That seller's gonna sneak up on us, chat. The move is gonna sneak up on us. Because of the, the environment here right now, it's like very choppy, so it's harder to read when the candles are super compressed. But the move is about to sneak up on us 100%. It might be a sell. Because now that could be the fake out right over here. If it's moving down that aggressively. Also, you can see seller aggression is on. Got the point of control, still bearish nodes. So it will take quite a bit from the buyers to get through that high over there. Because right now the sellers are they are like, okay, now you see buyers are starting to come in a little bit. We're not seeing much in terms of the orders. The big orders coming in at the moment. It's a little quiet there. Watch out. This thing's gonna sneak up on us right here. And it might even be a really big bomber clot sell. If it's gonna be acting kind of volatile like this. Yeah, spot gold has broken that low. I'm in. Oh, wait, no, put that there. All right, new 5-minute open here. Stops are going above the new 5-minute open. Basically break even. That's for me, my price here on my broker. Oh, come on now. My way for a re-break of the lows. Watch this 5-minute. Since we just got the, what do you call it? The candlestick closed below support. Creating like a pretty good top wick there too. Candles closed below support. Top wick, reflip, re-break of the lows to come down. Yeah, it seems like it's still doing the same thing that we saw happen yesterday as well. With the market trying to just shake out positions before the actual move. Seems like we're still doing that same thing. Man, I don't trust this, bro. This is just, it's doing too much. It's like, it's coming down, then pulling back up. That's why I was cautious with the entry right over here. Because after that 5-minute open, created top wick, and then came back down. We wanted to see it continue to follow through down bearish. Yeah, it's doing too much for me, man. This is too much back and forth. I want to see commit back down here. If it had closed below that support after faking out, because you know it already faked out the highs once. It broke the highs already once, and then it came down. So why is it coming down to break the lows to go back up? It doesn't make sense to me. Might as well just freaking come down then, Goldie. Get that last liquidity grab above here. Maybe it's just going for one more fetch. Because, you know, as it's breaking the highs, we can still see on the order flow that the seller aggression is still on the table. So I'm waiting for a strong closure above 47.33 for counter trend buys. 47.33. Okay, just above this level over here. Yeah, you see how it's mopping up? Because it wants to move from the zone. It's going to have a move from the zone. So you see how it's mopping up? It's actually making it very difficult for anyone to catch it because it's giving the buyers whips. And it's also giving the sellers here whips. But I guess if you want to be safe, you could wait for the ultimate breaks from these highs. I guess 47.57. If it continues to move up here, oh, break of the highs. But you see, I'm trying to catch it like right here. But if it was to move up, this candle needed to move up. Correct? It was these candles here needed to move up, not to come down like this. Because now I don't trust it. It needs to sell off at this point then if it didn't make the break at the first go. Especially because of order flow right here. I think this thing could easily just reflip back down. You're waiting for a solid close out of the range, zoomed out. You'll see it's doing this often. I'm sticking with my guns. I'm not gonna let this market like just say, oh, sell, buy, sell, buy. That's it, man. Goldie, you tried to buy, you failed to buy, you came for the sell, you confirmed the sell over here. Let's finish this. It could have just been trying to shake out these sellers here too before the actual move. Yeah, it's about to break out. You think it's going to break out? Yep. It's about to. It's about to. You can sense it, eh? Let's see if it actually ends up retaking these highs again. 47.52 there. It's going to move from this zone. That's for sure. Yeah, it's breaking out. It's going to try and break out, I guess, now. But if it plays out, that's freaking difficult to catch because you have to avoid so many of these fake outs before catching the actual move. See, orders are starting to come in too. In this scenario, for me, best case scenario is we just fake out because I see with order flow, we still sellers are still somewhat in charge, and then we just come down. Okay, see also like for the buyers here trying to get that breakout, they've been put like kind of into drawdown here for a bit now. You see that? It's still doing the same tricks. Whippity whip. You get a whip. And you get a whip. Everybody gets whips. And then it's gonna move. Just watch. We're gonna see the creme de la creme of a whip soon. If this doesn't continue to follow through. Although seller aggression is reducing. And they got the point of control here too. The buyers. It's probably going to follow through now. It's got a better chance. Because buyer aggression has stepped in. Yeah, man, no chance catching these buys. No chance catching these buys. It faked out the first buy attempts over here. See, it actually mopped up. I guess that's why it came down. Here, it was mopping up the stop losses from the first buyers. Now watch it fly. Oh, well, this was also kind of like an earlier entry because we still had seller aggression here too. So I guess that made sense. As breaking up with this second go here, there's less seller aggression in the market. Actually, the buyers have taken control. I honestly, would I even have caught this move? If it pulls down and re-breaks the lows here, I'll probably be at break even. If it re-breaks the high, again, that'll probably be TP right here by 47.54. Let me see what I would have done. Oh, I think that would have taken me at break even potentially. Well, wait, futures moved up a little bit more. Let me see on the 1 minute. 1 minute, the break is here. And then it pushed like... Yeah, there's a chance I may have been taken out of break even unless I got filled in properly. Like a good entry. Wait, maybe we still get the sells. How do you read point of control in the order flow? It's a yellow box here. So you see the point of control, the buyers have been kind of dominating this area. So I don't know if they're trying to like break out. It would be a nice like for sellers to come and mop this whole zone. But I feel like as of right now, it looks like point of control goes to the buyers. They're trying to like break above the highs probably. Yeah, but we've got to wait and see. Because right now it's super choppy. It's like kind of unpredictable a bit. Okay, see, like broke the highs, came down, broke the lows, pulled up, shot up like slightly, like probably not enough for like a solid TP. Now it's coming back down. Third of that zone look exactly heavy delta zone of the day bearish, and also heavy seller zone on the depth of market. Looks like more sellers than buyers. Yeah, man, if this is the case, then it would be nice to see price just completely melt. The way the 1 minute is trying to trickle out of this range is nasty. Look at the pullbacks here. Break, pull, break, pull, break, pull, break, pull, break. It's really nasty. It's just shaking people out. I'm sure if you're waiting for like a buy, if you're like patient enough to wait for that buy, then you know, like, you'll see how price reacts once it breaks above this highs. It's like 47.57 area. Let's say we would have even given the patient buyers a breakout, or probably even not, eh? It break above the highs for them. Look at this. It still broke above the highs for them, and it still screwed them too. Those are for like the stop orders, the laying stop orders above here. Wow, man. Holy. Goldie this week has been crazy. Those are the lying stop orders here that just got triggered and then pulled back in. You see, it's shaking literally everybody out. The earlier entries, I'm telling you, like, we're cooking right over here. It shook us out. Media buyers over there shook them out. Let's see what would have happened if you're, let's say, waiting for a candle to close. It probably wouldn't give you the close either. It'll probably just move up like this, if it was gonna move up. See on the 5-minute. Let's just investigate. Let's just paper trade this. Let's see how it would have broken the highs. Let's say rebreak. All right, let's say you're being patient. You don't want to take the first break. Maybe your order didn't get triggered. Looking for that rebreak because you're anticipating a breakout from this zone here to continue filling up the range. As we're coming up here quite aggressively now, you can see buyer aggression is quite high. It's actually good. Signal's actually good for a rebreak of this, and then for prices just keep flying up. But let's see what it would have done though. A 5-minute play. Like 3 minutes for the 5-minute closure. Curious to see if that would even be possible. This break. Trying a small liquidity grab on the one. Wait, chat, I'll be right back. Yeah, I did it. Broke and pulled back again. All right, let's see on the 5-minute. Since the 5 minutes about to close here, like 17 seconds. Come guys, like this stream if you like free education over here. If it's kind of like helping your understanding of price action as well. We just got the 5-minute closure. But it doesn't seem like it closed above that resistance. Yeah, we still kind of like respected that zone. Now, gold didn't want to pay out. That's all that it was. I think the only way how you could have survived this, like how could you have gotten this long position here? Because this did most of the mopping up. This moved down here. So I don't even if you had like a bigger stop loss, would you have like a 70 pip stop loss? That's the question. Why would you have such a big stop loss? That a minute closure above looks good. 30 minute here. We got like 8 more minutes to close above. Like the 30 minute will look a lot cleaner. But the thing with gold is whenever you're waiting for this higher time frame candles to close, most of the time you just miss the move. Because it's such a high time frame candle. Yeah, like about 8 minutes there for it to close. It's just trying to trap the buyers here. That's why it's pulling down. Hey, good morning, Doc. I was seeing order swift from the zone up, then price pops up. No, the thing is we still have a range. Like if price comes down here, let's say if it does like a V-shaped reversal, it comes down here and then sets up and still breaks below this candle. I mean this support. We still have about a what is that, like 26 pips. So that zone is still valid. Next zone is definitely this 30-minute area. We'll see what it does, chat. You know, price might not even be ready to continue moving up at this point. We'll see if this is a range that it could also be filled during we'll see with that 30-minute close and open and everything. But I feel like even this kind of a range, we could even see it filled up like pre-New York, NY session. Because as long as we're not breaking fully above it, we're still in the range. Chat, we're still in the range. Price is just gonna have like just a higher retest this time. It is just like a higher retest and then come down again to retest the lows. So I'm saying don't be surprised as well if you're gonna see like a V-shaped reversal here, like we're currently getting. And then price gonna come, boom, and then maybe set something up here for the break below. Slowly building my account with 0.02 and 0.05. Good stuff, good stuff. Only increase risk when you're gonna have like some progress, you know. Never increase your risk, because you know sometimes what happens is when we're losing a lot or we feel like we're not making any progress, we try to cheat the progress by increasing the risk, because we just kind of want to make profits now. But only time you're gonna increase risk is when you're making good clusters, like good wins, for example. See, like this, get like into these good clusters. But you see, like right now, markets are kind of choppy as we're waiting on this whole US-Iran thing. So I'm expecting like a couple wins, losses, break-evens, but mainly just looking at managing risk until we start flowing properly, you know. Where was that sell that we took, chat? I can't remember. Was it here? I think that was like 428. Like 429. Right now I'm just having problems holding my trades, even though I have a plan. Any suggestion? Follow the plan. All you gotta do is just be disciplined and follow that plan to the T. If you already have a plan for holding trades. Because, you know, you're basing this plan off of things you've seen happen over and over and over and over again. Correct? So whenever you're holding trades, you're thinking about all those previous trades that you saw play out. So like whenever I'm getting into a mentality of holding trades, all I think about is these, all the like before and after screenshots, all these previous trades that we took, which like were running trades. That's just all that I'm thinking about, because I know there's gonna be a probability one of these are gonna hit, right? They're gonna hit like this. So if you know that, then you know it shouldn't be a problem there. Yeah, chat. So I'm gonna head out here, but I'm gonna leave with this analysis. Watch out for breaks above these highs, like proper closes above the highs. Maybe as we're approaching like more pre-NY time, like and price starts to create like some kind of structure here, some kind of like a support. Maybe even get some more 5-minute candle closes above these zones. Then you know that opportunity that once we re-break the highs, price goes up and fills this range is gonna increase. You know, because it's also a timing thing. Maybe the market just doesn't want to move now. It's going to probably want to move on any one of these following hourly candlesticks. We're about to just get the new hourly open right now. Right? It doesn't mean analysis is wrong or anything. It's just the market's timing as well is going to be quite important. So there is this buy opportunity still here. It will be like a really good buy opportunity. And then there's this sell that I'm talking about here, where it's like this could just be a V-shaped reversal, right? We're about to get that new hour open. I think it just opened. Yeah, then this is that V-shaped reversal back down into that range where it's like kind of like mopped up these previous buyers. Actually, let's see if we come down there. Might just leave the stream and the next minute candle just dumps. Who's buying gold? Which country tops the list as central banks extend 23-month streak? Uzbekistan also significantly increased its holdings. Poland emerged as the largest buyer during the month. The National Bank of Poland led with plus 20 tons, bringing gold reserves to 570 tons, or 31% of total FX holdings. Would you have guessed that? Poland, then Uzbekistan. Meanwhile, China extended its ongoing accumulation trend. China purchased plus 1 ton, marking the 16th consecutive monthly purchase. Yeah, we saw this. This happened, when was this chat? This was on Tuesday, wasn't it? When we saw China, when we saw that fundamental for China buying gold, and then we saw like price just skyrocket. Wasn't it here? That's New York close. I think it was here. It was on this day. That was at London Open on Tuesday. And price just flew up. Alright, chat, I'm gonna head out here. Watch out for sells below this zone. Right over here as price comes down towards this area. We still have like a range of around 27 pips. That could be a potential move. So watch out for that. Watch out for this buys later here today as well. So I hope you all enjoyed the session. Make sure you leave a like and I will see you in the next one. Adios.
No time for this slip, homie. Now we bout to dip.